Hello and welcome to part 2 of this special edition of Coffee Club. Myself, Robert Grieve, as ever, Bill Leckie, and our guest again is Mr. Gavin Strachan. We're having good fun and laughs here in this week's edition. Gordon, part 2, apologies for keeping you for so long. Talk to us if you can about the Scotland job. It was a job I know for a fact you loved dearly. It says on your Wikipedia page that you resigned.
No.
That's not quite the truth, is it?
Keith Jackson keeps going, I got sacked. I keep going, no, never. My contract just run out. Yeah, well, it's semantics. No, that's right. So I've never got sacked. So, I did. I loved the job. I thought it was great. It was just perfect for me that I didn't have to face you lot twice a week. It was only once every 2 months or something like that. So it was good. And it was basically just what I wanted to do, was just be on the training field. And the boys will tell you, we had to be on the training field quite a lot, morning and night, and I thought they were a great bunch of lads. I remember about a year after it, somebody asked, maybe 6 months after, would you come back? I said, well, if I had that group, the players, I would come back and manage, but I wasn't guaranteed of having that group of players. I just thought they were terrific, and I just love the Scotland players. I think I've mentioned you two guys a couple of times. I just think they should be untouchable. I don't think they should get criticised in any way. And I really think, well, how's that? Because they don't get paid. They actually come 2 weeks away from home, leave their wife and kids behind, and some of them don't get a game, and they're away for 2 weeks, and they have to sit on a bench or that, and they come back again, and they don't get paid for it. I don't think there's any other business in the world. Why do they want to do it? Because they want the family and friends and the people who want them to do well, and they want to be successful for them. Different as your manager. You're the only one that really gets paid full time there. I think you can take the hit because you get paid for it. But to give up all your time and come along...
if you're a Scotland manager, I don't mean to take you on in this, but if you're a Scotland...
You can take me on if you want.
If you're a Scotland player, there are not benefits to being a Scotland player, financial.
No.
You don't get a better contract with your club if you're an international player.
None whatsoever.
No?
None whatsoever. Right? There's absolutely no chance of that. I don't think there's anybody that actually picks players on international performances. It's looked at your level you're playing at, the leagues you're playing at, and you've got it. You could be right 40 years ago, I would say, because the coverage on TV was basically the finals, Saturday night, and the international games. That's where you were seen, and I would agree with you at that point. I think that's why they do. This is different now because they're on TV all the time. They're never off the TV, so you can see the quality of these guys at that level. And you'll say, it's international level. The international level is really poor at times, compared to Premier League, Italy, Spain. If you're playing against Gibraltar and all that kind of stuff, that's not a level. It's only a level if you're playing against Germany, Spain, I've got it. But the rest of it is a poor level at times. Really is. Organised. All organised now. It's different what it was 40, 50 years ago. But no, I think the players, it's like when we're looking at data or somebody else is out there, they don't look at international games.
Yeah.
Right, okay. They don't. You've got any kind of real top club now, they'll never watch international games and take data from international. Okay, it's your league games, the way you do, and the systems you play in.
But with the Scotland job then, to your mind, how you reflect on it now, it's a good number of years ago now.
Yeah.
I remember speaking to you about it at the time, came down to see you. How do you reflect on what happened there and why it came to a kind of abrupt end the way it did?
What do you mean? We never qualified.
But you wanted to stay on.
I did, because it's a selfish reasons, because I loved it. I thought it was a great job, great people.
There's no better reason than loving something, is there?
Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And for a while, I couldn't watch Scotland for about a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. Because my wife, when they put the telly on, she was really angry I wasn't the manager anymore. Lesley, that used to say, I know that here, I know. So it's hard. I'm okay now.
So why didn't it happen, do you think?
I don't want to get into that again. I got in trouble with that again. And I've been proved right with bits and bobs. I think maybe it's because I like to play football that I want to see, if you know what I mean. I think maybe sometimes you might have been better pragmatic with a bigger, stronger side. It could have been that. But I probably think myself, I'm not comfortable with this. Okay. You know, because at that time, and you've also got to, well, who's your best players at the time? My best player at the time was maybe James Forrest, Ketchianya, Naze, Sean Maloney, all smaller type of guys, even Barry Banner, who's, I think, technically is the most gifted player. He's up in the Nakamura class.
Wow.
Technically gifted, but obviously,
But
with
not a big guy.
You should have played for Scotland longer
so we're
than
not
you
going
did.
to go into no being a big guy.
No, we're not
really.
going to a big guy.
No, but it was, and every manager agree with me. But what Steve has done is got a bigger, stronger team, which is fine. I've got that. But I didn't have them at the time to be that big. And genetics, I was right about it, because I don't throw these things out. It was like someone said, "Well, we're the smallest nation in Europe, height-wise, right?" So this become a conversation piece. When I remember them, so I'm right, because it's 5'7" average height, right?
Yeah.
And in Holland it's 6'1", right? And Czechoslovakia is the biggest. They're just 6'1". So they all get bigger. So because that makes a difference. There's no doubt about it. As I talk about going back to Martin Neal's side, they were giants,
Big players,
right? So then you get ridiculed for that. Some guy come on for the university and said, "Well, the Brazilians on average are 5'7", right? There's 240 million of them. 10% are over 6 foot, right? So that leaves them with 20 million are still over 6 foot. So that argument, and people go, "Oh, the Brazilians," no, really, when you think about this, there's 20% of them over 6 foot. Now, if you think about the team I play against, Cerezo, Socrates, Falco, 6'4",
huge players,
and just with technique and going, and you're trying to get underneath them. It felt like I was in a boxing match.
The boy Cerezo in the middle of the park, 92, just floated.
When you're going into them, they're going like that and go right in the face, right, because you're doing low. It's wearing, you know. That kind of, then there was a smart ass on the radio that week. Said, "Well, we're over at Celtic. They don't have genetic problems," and I looked at it, right. 6 of them were over 6 foot, and all foreign players.
Yeah.
Right. So I had some, but you can't fight back with that. You just got, you just have to take a hit. There's some guys in the university on the laugh, but I could actually say to him, "Wait a minute, that's 22,000 over 6 feet."
But you must have taken so much joy.
By the way, it was the wrong time to mention it. That was the wrong thing.
That was your mistake.
That was absolutely, because Darryl laughed at that, Bob, it was our fight. "Oh, you did the wrong time, the wrong time." I said, well, I did feel sorry, because I went in the pitch and I seen Bannon and McArthur, and they're all lying there, knackered and really disappointed. And I felt for them. And being a smaller player, I knew what it was like to battle with things. And I was trying to protect them in a way. It ended up, which you do as a manager.
But you said yourself,
you protect your players. That's the thing you have to do as a manager. You protect them. So I thought I was protecting them, and ended up being ridicule, which is fine.
I was going to say,
if you want to have an argument about it, I'll give you that argument. I would give
but big, small, whatever. The vindication of your time as Scotland manager, some of the moments we produced, some of the goals we scored, some of the, I mean, Akechi Anya in Germany, the goal against Ireland at Parkhead is one of the best Scotland goals ever.
Ireland didn't beat us. You know, neither did Poland. We were up ahead against them. If we just stayed ahead a couple of times, we'd be fine. We gave Germany, when we were playing Germany 1-1, I thought we were got to win. Because Nazi went through and got taken out and gone through. So there was a lot to be proud of, but again, it's like anything, you just have to win. It's fine. You just have to win. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So it was about real disappointment. It didn't help that I didn't want to go and train at, what do you call it?
ORIAM.
Aye, that was the first thing I was
That
asked.
was a key part of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, obviously I'm not going there. I'm not going there, my friend. No, I'm not doing that.
You didn't think that was the right idea at all?
It was too wide open, it's open to the public, and as football players, and you had to queue up, you put your name down for a pitch.
For a pitch. Wow.
You know, the rugby are on for Christ, can't make it today, lads, the rugby are still on there. You know, it wasn't right.
It was proved as well, because the team were there for a very short period, and now they're back in Glasgow.
I can believe that, I can believe that.
Staying in a nicer hotel and using the lesser Hampton. Sorry, on you go.
I was just going to say, do you miss it? Do you miss the management? Do you miss the coaching? Do you miss being on the pitch?
I don't miss it until I do it. I join in with Scott now and then and get on there.
Yeah.
And I go back, well, boss, listen, why don't you start, coach? I've got other things on. And, I really... And to do all that, coach, you have to a special time. I've got to be there. I don't. I can only be there when I can.
Do you like to dip in and get the wee buzz?
Yeah, and they speak to the coach. What do you think? And they'll say, try this, try that. We'll try that. This is how they get their wide players on the ball. And I'll show them how it's. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. Good.
What's your favourite moment as a manager?
probably telling Dion Dublin he was going to play for England.
Wow.
Because he'd worked so hard, Dion, with broken legs and all the rest of it, and he went back to centre half, come back there, and he was 30 at the time, and he'd worked hard to get where he wanted to get. I knew how much it meant. He didn't know it was coming.
At Coventry?
Aye, because Kevin Keegan phoned me and said, listen, I'm going to bring Dion Dublin in, do you want me to phone him? I said, can I do it?
Blast.
Can I do it? And when I told him, honestly, it just kind of, the room just kind of lit up. So there's wee things like that. There's probably other things, in management and winning games, but these kind of wee things.
But making somebody that happy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think after you left Celtic, am I right in thinking you did a bit of a kind of bucket list tour of things you wanted to do? The Masters, it's Masters Week this week. You did all that, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been lucky I can do that, yeah. I'm lucky I can do that. I went with the boys, I went with Lesley. So I've done all that. We went to the Bernabeu. I've never been there before. I went there, winning my break. So I'm lucky I can do all that stuff. And
was that a good thing to do though, in the sense that you've been in football such a long time, or you're able to do it, which is brilliant. But just in terms of just seeing a bit of the world, and because you've tried.
To be fair, I've seen a lot of the world as well. But there's a couple of times just to spend time with other people and have fun.
Yeah.
Just have fun. And I go and watch football, no matter where I am. I go and watch football. You know, I was watching Wycombe versus Lincoln the other day because it was nearest to me. I'll go and watch that, it's fine. And you meet people there. I met Dave Bassett there, and I met David Pleat.
Wow.
So you just have a chat, it's great. And so we're so lucky that we've done. Matter of fact, if you actually go out with the Strachans, we can be feckin' annoying.
No.
Yeah, we can, because
really?
What'll happen is somebody will say, have you been to I've been there. Yeah, I've been there twice. Have you ever been? You've been there, yeah. Have you seen the Rolling Stones? 3 times. Yeah. So we're terrible to go out with, you know. There's nobody can really blow us away with any occasions, you know what I mean?
I'm amazed you've never been to the Bernabeu before you went to the Bernabeu.
I did that in 2004, sorry, it wasn't it? It was, and even then, with bold people, David Beckham got his tickets, and we went to his office. Went to his office the 2 days before it. Lesley's just like that. Gee, you shouldn't really be trolling about a young man like that, to be fair. And you're giving it away. Put your jaw back up. Because I've known David since he was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, when he used to come in with his spiky hair, and I used to mess about with his hair.
Is it difficult for? I don't know what it's like being what Lesley's. You talk to. You don't want a wag. You've been married for a long time. What's life like for the wife of a football manager, football player of your era, generation?
It's ups and downs. It's absolute ups and downs where she feels helpless at times. She can't help me, but we have such good fun at the same time. You know, as I said. Matter of fact, David Pleat, because Lesley was. He says, I've never seen you without your wife. I went, I know, and it's what's up with it. My granddaughter had a dancing thing going on, and I can't. They're all right for an hour, but 8 hours of dancing now. So I went and watched Wycombe Lincoln. So I know it's a bit hard on my granddaughter, but Wycombe Lincoln beat 8 hours of dancing.
That was the thing. We used to see you if you were when you were a manager in stands, and Lesley would sit beside you. She seemed to tour Scotland.
She loves football though.
Oh, does she really?
She absolutely loves football. She'll watch it. If I'm not there, she'll watch the game on telly and all.
She got a team?
Leeds.
Leeds.
Yeah, it's a Leeds, yeah. She likes to see everybody else doing well. Celtic as well, particularly, especially since her son's there trying to make it live. What she does is sit there and says, Gavin, he is a good looking fella. He is a good looking fella, yeah. Yeah, so she's trying to get Brendan and Johnny to get out of the way. You see Gav sitting with his computer. I was watching Netflix while the game's going on. No, we've been really lucky. Listen, there's times when it's horrible. You know, there's times when it's horrible, but as I said, the good times outweigh the bad ones.
What about Gordon Strachan, the grandpa?
I'm great.
What kind of
I think I'm hilarious, by the way.
Many you got? Many grandmas you got?
I've got 7. Wow. One's 24. I've been sleeping with a granny for 24 years now. Seriously.
You said that one time with your Celtic manager that you said that every night in your house was grab a granny night.
No, I said Thursday was a grab a granny night. Usually feeling good on a Thursday. No.
Sorry, Lesley.
So we've got the oldest, and my daughter stays with us, my other one, Bonnie, she's hilarious. I mean, funny. Yeah, so they stay with us. So I've got one that stays with us. We moved back in the Midlands at Leamington because we have in a 50-minute radius 7 grandchildren. Brilliant. So it's great. They're always coming across and having a giggle and having a laugh. Yeah. So I'm a lucky boy. Yeah.
And they think you're funny.
Well, what happens is they think you're hilarious until they get to about 13 or 14. Then they think you're a knob. You know, you do, don't they? They look at you. What was funny 3 years ago? Really?
Hey, Grandpa.
Right. But she's good now. The real one, she goes, that's sarcasm, isn't it? I went, aye, yeah. Yeah. So, sarcasm, and I do get a laugh. I raced a wee boy called Bobby about a year and a half ago. Wee Bobby, I take to school, Bonnie. But Bobby has to be first in the queue to get in, right? So I seen him coming, and we were in the lead. And I seen wee Bobby coming, and we got quicker and quicker. So right, I'm going to beat him. So I started running, and wee Bobby's chasing me. I've got on video, it's hilarious. You know, he's running beside me, but I beat him.
Where is Bobby?
Bobby must have been 7 at the time. So I beat him.
But you've still not lost a competitive edge, have you?
Bobby. and I really shouldn't have filmed it because I think you can get in trouble now. I filmed it, so I've got it, so I show people I beat wee Bobby. And so so the grandchildren are great, yeah. And as I say to you, I keep repeating what the other. As I say, I can do this, come up here and work around here, work with people, disappear somewhere else, go back home or go somewhere. That way to go.
And away from all that, one of your loves of music is
Absolutely.
big fan of James, isn't
Huge. I think
Magnificent
they could probably be the best live band. I'm biased because Tim's my mate.
I know.
So happy there, that was when you were at Leeds. He's a big Leeds fan and you went
big
back
Leeds fan,
today.
and I think because it's funny, I thought he was old at that time because he was one of the older members of the band. So he wrote me a letter saying, can I meet you and talk about how we got on and keep the drive and so on. So I did. And we've been best of mates ever since. Have you seen James? Yeah. Well, Tim, you know what Tim's like. Now, Tim, if you want, right, what's the complete opposite of Gordon? It's Tim.
Aye.
Nonchalant. Very clever. Very takes things on and all the rest of it. So we got on fantastically well. We're a strange couple, to be honest with you. But I like all sorts of music. I love to see live.
So were you into them before you got to know them?
I knew a bit about them, but even now, the music is getting better and better. And if you're a fan, you'll know from the last 20 years, we've made some incredible music.
Well, the album they just made with the orchestral, the orchestral version of the Greatest Hits is sensational.
The new album, it was about a month now, it's called Yummy. And it's bang up. Now, if you put that in another name, no James or some young band, that'd be number one. But he's very clever, fantastic bunch of musicians. Because I tell you what, they have a set, but they just go on to do something else. You go, something else.
How many times have you seen them?
No idea.
Right. Who else you go and see? Who'd you like?
Well, I've seen the Stones, and somebody was talking about the other day about seeing Freddie Mercury.
Wow.
The greatest. And entertainer I've ever seen in my life. Apart from Ross Stewart, if you get that in, I need to get that in. So, yeah, so he was magnificent. So I've seen them all. I've seen Michael Jackson a couple of times. I've seen them all. Deacon Blue, I love Deacon Blue. All that. I can take it live.
Just live music.
I love seeing people that can master their art.
Yeah.
And they, as I say, James are magnificent.
Are you much of a singer yourself in the karaoke or?
Never done a karaoke in my life.
Oh, you not?
Never done one
karaoke night.
No, never done it. And yes, I can sing. Unfortunately, nobody likes it.
What would you? If we brought the mic out now, what would your song be?
It would be right. It's either be Sit Down or Suspicious Minds, I think.
There you go. Sit Down, great song.
And nobody should be allowed to touch Suspicious Minds. There should never be anybody allowed to cover it.
Really?
It's that iconic Suspicious Mind. Only Elvis should be able to sing.
See, I like the Fine Young Cannibals version.
No,
there you go.
The same. I know it's a decent bit, but shouldn't be able to touch it.
All right.
Sit Down's a great song, one of the great lyrics of all time. If I haven't seen some
Well,
Richards, I would never.
well, that's what I keep quoting that to people. You're being loving and I lived in Newcastle and I thought it was magnificent.
Yeah.
The whole thing. My childhood was football, golf, beach, people, and it was magnificent. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But once you come out, you go, if I hadn't seen such switches, I could live with being poor.
But that's where the genius comes in of a songwriter like that, if he just captures what you've thought and puts in a line.
He's got a that's something in Yummy was called Mobile God. So I've got a phone. It's a fantastic. The lyrics in that are fantastic. Yeah.
You don't do. There was a while, Gordon, when you did a lot of TV work as well as your management stuff. That's
that's well and truly correct. Yeah,
but you were good at it.
Yeah, but there's until you make a faux pas. It was all right. Yeah. But I think there's a time where, unless you're really special, like Graham Souness and maybe Roy Keane, you can keep going on a long time. Yeah. But most of us get turned over.
Yeah, we buy a shelf life.
Absolutely. Because the kids can now relate, to the younger ones playing football because they played football. I've never seen me playing football.
Yeah, but you're the same area as Graham Souness, and you were.
But he kept going at it. He never come off the telly. I went off and come back on because of my management career.
And you think you get forgotten about quickly with these things?
I'm all right with that.
Aye.
I'm okay with it because you still get people saying, "Listen, I'm telling you." And I'm like, "Why are you not telling?" I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. So it was like it's great meeting people come up. Good tales. I thought it was funny that. And I'm like, okay, good. The same way when people come up to you, they might be somebody else. Matt Reed, you go, do you know if I put up? Sorry, boy, and you go, you're not going on me. Because actually, they people make your day.
Yeah.
Well done for managing that. And you actually go, that's good, that's fine.
See, that's the opposite of the whole worthless thing you were talking about.
Yeah,
when somebody gives you your worth
right,
for that.
That's right. It just makes your day, makes you feel better. I wish I took pictures and everybody had said that to me and kept it somewhere so you can put it up and go, wonderful.
Then you look like some kind of
There's only
really
three there,
weird.
right enough. There's only three there on the big wall. But I just think it's a wonderful thing to people who come up with them and go, thanks for that. Well done. Whether it be, Colin said, sleep. It's just great, You can find supporters everywhere, in the world. And it's great when you're sometimes a bit down and somebody comes up to you and goes, thanks for this. Brilliant, thank you. I thought that's smash. Oh, well done, thank you. Great.
Will Aberdeen always be your favourite place?
I've not got a favourite place.
No?
No, because as I said to you, I count my lifestyle by laughing and joking, and I've been laughing and joking. Even till right now, this moment that we're
right up to this moment.
right up to this moment. I mean, we had a break there.
And we've killed it.
We had a break there. We were only about laughing. So that has made my day, and I can go away and do what I want. I hope I get another good day tomorrow.
You mentioned Gavin earlier and Celtic, you've got other kids as well. How do you describe your relationship with your kids? Is it different from
I thought you were going to ask him if he's got a favourite kid.
A favourite kid? we all do. No, we don't. Is your relationship with your kids different from your relationship with your folks, your dad, when you were young?
It's a shame because I see a lot of people to the exact time now. I was never like that. I don't like my dad hugging me, ever. My mother's brother, the same. She was a small woman and just whack across the back. Jesus Christ. When you say, well, other people in the street say, where are you from, Kath? Oh, Silvermouth. I go, no, it's near house. Wow. right, okay. We're for Silvermouth. So, no, well, they've never really.
Is that a generational thing at the time?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I do a wee bit more hugging now, but no to Gavin and Craig. I love you, Gav. What?
What's up, Dad?
I love you, Craig. What's up with you? You've been trying hard. So, but what are we? I'm actually hands off with my kids. I mean, absolutely hands off. I've been in situations where Craig got released for Coventry and my wife's said, that's not my decision, somebody else. And I think they've enjoyed that. But they'll come to me, next year, about that. Craig will say, Jen. But I've never been intrusive in their life. And I think they're all right with that. As I said, we're no huggy. Lesley has, she's their hugging, and they're great. The boys phone her every day, last night. What's the phone me? But they're good. So it's strange.
If you answer the phone, do they ask for her mother?
Oh, she's got it.
Of course she has.
See, people don't phone houses anymore, Bob.
Where are you living? Have you come here in a DeLorean? I still got. I go through the post office to get a phone call. No. They want to speak to me. No, all right. So no, we are quite close, but we don't binge on each other's time. As I said to you this morning, when his mum said something about the game. It's oh, what are you doing? It's just been Beatrice and Johnson. Shut up.
You mentioned that your dad. I mean, didn't he hug you? Were you tight with your dad?
No.
No.
No. Listen, our kind of, what do you call it, special thing, or what do you call it now, together, was my mother used to send me across to the golf club and get my son, because there was no phones, I had to go across and get him out for dinner.
Right.
And then, he said a right few pints, but it would race across the to get him. Okay. That was probably that. He's good with my fitness levels, because he used to time me how long it take to get his fags. You go for the fags, son, and you go, right, I'm timing you. Like, oh, right, just straight back up. How to get on? You just make up a it. Oh, well, that's great, thanks, Dad. Right, all the best. No, it was good. It was good. Yeah, as I said, he was not argumentative, so.
So that's where you got it from.
I tell people that, but there's stories to that with my dad's argumentative, but I've not got time for that. But it's not me, it's genetic, it's my dad's fault.
Right. Genetics again.
Yes, it's genetics, it helps genetics. Because you get to the stage now when you look in the mirror and you go, it's my dad, there's my dad. You know, so, but it was a great role model, how to just get on with life. You need me, I'm here, and it's fine.
Hands off, same as you.
Absolutely.
I touched on it there, but at one point you did your bucket list. What's left for you to do something? Is there something?
I'm going in the summer, Memphis.
Wow.
Got Memphis, got Nashville, Memphis. I'll do that.
Do you like the country stuff? Or do you just
I'm
want to
okay
go for
with
the
it.
place?
I'm got mostly from Memphis.
Right.
To go and see
Go and
Elvis.
Elvis,
Yeah. But I like country music.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I like Alan Jackson. He was great. Yeah. So I like any kind of music. That's the thing. Yeah. So
I know people have got. I've not been to Nashville. I know people have gone and they were surprised by how you turn the corner. It's another wee bar you get in, and there's somebody that would be top of the bill here who's just playing in front of 30 people in a bar. It's just constant music everywhere.
I'm looking forward to getting Nashville. It's getting the right people to take you in, though.
Right.
Because sometimes you go to places like you go to New York. I never know where I'm going. I just wander around endlessly, you know. So if you get somebody to take you there, it's like when I went to Rome. I think it's somebody really a good guy. What a place that is, Rome, you know. So yeah, so we're going there. What else we got to do?
No ambitions left. You've done it all.
We're done. That's it. I would like to see the stadium at Dundee, because I don't think we can move on as a club until we get a stadium. I think it'd be good for everybody. That's probably it. And just to keep laughing, really.
It's not a bad ambition, really, is it?
It's not a bad ambition at all, but as you say, we're here, the banks of the Tay, and behind us is
Silvery Tay, look at it.
the Silvery
That's
Tay,
what
it's
it's
glorious.
Yeah, no, look at that. It's stunning.
The bridge looks magnificent.
But as you mentioned there, the stadium and training ground that's going to hopefully get built
Hopefully
here
get
soon. Is that something that you hope can take Dundee to the next level soon? Because that's something that you
But it's not going
believe.
to take Dundee, it's going to take Dundee town, city to the next level. Because I was saying to somebody, somebody from the council, do you know when you watch a game on TV, Confidence Park? Yeah. That's the image you get of Dundee. Derelict, crumbling, lacky ambition, lacky foresight. It's all there when you watch that, right? Yeah. So you get a new stadium, people think it's like Middlesbrough, Coventry, they have beautiful stadiums. It's not the greatest of cities.
You might never have seen the city itself.
Never seen the city, but you think ambitious.
Yeah.
What to do something. When you look at Dens Park, you think lacking ambition. Look at the people in Dundee, lacking in thought and all the rest of it. It's derelict, it's shabby, it's untidy. That's what you get.
So this is more than just football.
It's for the town, really. If you think about it, the image of the town. Because we're sitting here now, it doesn't get any better than this. But if you, as I said, that picture of Dens Park is a wide open thing that's 150 years old. It shouldn't be here anymore, you know. And
There will be traditionalists that say it's tradition, isn't it?
where? Right. Okay. Somebody said that to me the other day. It must have been 38. What about the memories? I went, what memories? You know, last time we won something was 1973. That was in Hampden on a cold, crappy day. You know, what memories you talking about? Unless you're 80-year-old, you know, you've got no memories. Get some more memories. Get
Make
some
new
more
memories.
days. Yeah. And it changes. You'll get 25%, 30% more people going to a new stadium. It happens at Coventry, Derby. That's what happens. You know, so that was great when you said, well, all the memories. What memories are you talking about here?
And,
you know,
and do you think it's going to happen?
well, if I get council on advice, it has to happen really. Because as I say, the stadium's got to be in the King's Way. If we see that stadium, and all the rest of it's gone, it's not just a stadium. They'll go, right, this is ambitious. You know, you're passing through, you go north. Yeah. You go, there's a wee bit of ambition about this place. Instead of, oh, look at Dens Park. Jesus Christ, look at the mess that's. It's literally no change since I was there.
The press box certainly hasn't changed.
Never changed.
It's awful. You know, and they've got stairs that rise to the, you haven't been to the stairs in the director's box. Honestly, if you're under 50, there's no way you're going to get up there.
It's like you putting the leg up in Mexico.
Oh, I see people try to get. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so yeah, and there's people who want to get it done and make it and do something just for football, but for the whole time.
Yeah, but you're to wrap things up, and we really appreciate your time. You're optimistic about the future for Dundee, the future for Scottish football.
I think the future for Dundee is optimistic if you get a stadium. And it's not a training ground. Yes, a training ground, but stadium. So when it comes on the telly. Dundee will be proud of it. Other people go, wow, this is good, this is alright. So that's what Dundee does as a town. It grows and it gets better and has ideas. There'll be a lot going on in the stadium and it'll be the forefront. A lot of things. So that's what we say about Dundee rather than, oh, Jesus, look at the stadium. You know.
Gordon, we really appreciate your time, Bill. That was a fantastic edition of this week's Special Coffee Club. Thanks for joining us. As ever, please like and subscribe.
Need to
let us know in the comment section.
You can pay for this.
Let us know in the comment
Seriously,
section.
no.
No, we don't
You're
pay
not.
for it. It's all free. In the comment section below, let us know your thoughts. And thanks again for joining us this week.